Hey guys, today I'm doing something I think you're really gonna love. I'm doing wings on the Weber Kettle using the Vortex. And I just heard every single one of you guys go, really? Because I've seen about 426 videos of that already on YouTube. And I get it, I really do. But hang with me. I'm gonna throw a pretty cool twist into this one. So I'm gonna do these wings completely naked. That's not the twist. I'm not gonna be naked. No one's gonna be naked. Just the wings will be naked, right? We're not gonna put any rub on them at all until we're done. We're gonna use some dust from Cosmo's Q. And we're gonna use those two flavors, honey barbecue as well as buffalo, and see how the wings do. Like I said, I've never used them before, never used Cosmo's Q. If you have a certain rub you like, please put it in the comments. I'd like to try some new rubs or new dusts, whatever, for some new flavors on wings. If you got something you use, please let me know about it. Throw it down in the comments, let me know. Now I want to use some lump charcoal in the Vortex, and I'm also gonna throw some applewood in there. So yada, 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 right? But where's this big twist you're talking about? Okay guys, here you go. Now I may have oversold this a little bit, but I've never done this before, and I couldn't find a video showing it anywhere either. So here it is. We're gonna do double-decker smoked wings in the Weber Kettle. Now, we've got two different grates here. We've got a bottom grate, we're gonna put wings on, and then a top grate we're putting wings on. The top grate, we're just turning it upside down. There's the handle. Turn it upside down, so the handle serves as a leg to hold this off the bottom. We can do two different flavor wings on each grate, but we can do twice as many at one time. That was one of the big problems with the Vortex, was you lost so much space here, and all you could use was the outer edge of your grate, but now you can use it 2 times as many. Maybe even 3 times as many. I've never done this before. We're gonna do 2 at a time here for the first and see how it goes. And we get plenty of heat the same way. The heat will be the same. We'll try to stagger them inside there so the heat gets on all the wings. Don't know how it's gonna work out. We're gonna give it a try and see. But enough talking, let's get to cooking. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get the wings onto the grate, and then I'll spray them with a little bit of this duck fat. These are some really good looking wings too. There's some pretty heavy ones in here. Hopefully all fit in this one grate. Glad I got 2 grates I can do, right? I got them on now. I'll spray a little bit of duck fat on them. And that's good. Now I'll set this rack over to the side and I'll get the other rack ready. Here's our upside down rack. It'll be on the top rack. Get these wings on here as well. All right guys, now I'll put this rack on top of that rack and see if I can get it to fit. It's pretty tight, isn't it? Half a wood in. Let our temperature get up really good there. The lid on. Now what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna put this lid on. I'm gonna have this vent open here the whole time. The bottom vent and the top vent both open all the time. And my goal is to get the temperature as high as I can get it. The thing about these wings, they take 30 to 40 minutes max. So about every 10 minutes, I'm gonna rotate this lid. Right now it's at midnight, I'll bring it to 4 and then at 8 every 10 minutes. Then I'll check my wings and see how they're doing. They won't take, like I said, 30 to 40 minutes, which is really nice. That is normally. I don't know how it's gonna be with 2 sets in there like this. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully it'll work out just fine. We'll check it here in about 30 minutes. As you can see, the temperature is rising pretty quickly here. It's going over 400 degrees as we speak. I'd like to see it get north of 450 or even 500 degrees. That's what I'm hoping for, because the higher they get, the better they are.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. If I push it any harder, the whole thing will blow.
My goal internal temperature is 190 to 200 degrees because, you know, wings are dark meat, so they have a lot of fat in them, and the fat will render a lot better when it gets to the 190 to 200 degree internal temperature. A couple of things, guys. One, I realized I forgot to spray the top rack with duck fat, so I did that just a second ago. And then secondly, I want to teach you a quick little hack here. This is a pretty cool hack for when you want to get some really high temperatures. Right now, I'm still stuck around 400. I want to see if I can get it up a little bit more. There's a way to do that without compromising the loss of heat. What we want to do is we're going to crack this vent, the lid, just a hair. We don't want to take it wide open because we'll lose heat. If we just crack it just a little bit, the other side there will draw in air and cause more heat, of course. The flame will, see, you'll see the temperatures going up already. Just crack your lid just a little bit like this for just a little while so the temperature gets where you want it to be, and then you can close it back up and maintain that temperature. So we're going to see how long we can leave it here and get, you know, how far we can get it up. All right, guys, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes since I last showed you that where I cracked the lid. You'll notice we're getting well over 450 degrees. I'll try to get closer without making y'all dizzy. We're really shooting up there now. We're getting closer to 500, which is where I'd rather be. So I want to close my lid up now and kind of slow this process down a little bit. That should bring us in right about 500 degrees and see if we can maintain it there. Hey guys, I thought I'd try these real quick, test them, see what they look like. See how they are temperature-wise. They look really good right now. The top ones do. And I can already tell the bottom ones are gonna take a little longer. Once we get the top ones done, we'll pull those off, take the rack off, and let the bottom ones cook a little longer because the heat is being captured by these top ones. They're much browner. You can see that from where you are or not, but the ones below are not quite as brown. These are looking really good. Let's see what the temperature is. 184, 185, and that 186 range. There's 160 here, so I can rotate my Lid back around there some, 178, 186, 187. So these on this side are much further along. You can see they're 185, 186, 187. So these are much more done than those over there. So we're gonna leave these on a little bit longer. Actually, I'm gonna spray them right now. A little more duck fat, like I said before. I'm gonna spray just a little bit on there. Whew, nice flame. And we'll let this heat get up. I wanna do the same trick again, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and crack this lid a little bit so we get our heat really high up. It makes a huge difference when you do that. I've got it cracked open there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Got it cracked open just a little bit so that it can, you can see the smoke coming out there now. That temperature is gonna rise pretty quickly. Let's go over here where you can see that temperature rise pretty quickly. 400 now, still climbing. That's great, but I don't just get it up. It's still definitely climbing here, is that cracked lid. Okay guys, these first ones are done. We're gonna pull this top rack off with the smoke clear. Sorry about the smoke in your face there, guys. Take these off and probably do them by hand, just as easy as anything. They're definitely done. I've temped them. And they're good. I'll get these off. Leave the bottom rack in, let it cook a little longer. Okay, get this out without burning myself with these gloves. So let's temp these real quick and see where they're at. Let me get my thermometer here. These are about 150. That was 162. So yeah, we're gonna let these go a little longer. It shouldn't take long though, because they're already primed to go, right? They're 151, 165, 156. Yep, so we're gonna let these go a little longer. We're gonna go ahead and dust these and try one of them for you guys and see how they do. Then we'll pull these off later, but we're around daylight, guys. So let me get these for you so you can see how they look when we get dust on them. Now, folks, according to the packaging, we don't use a lot of this. It doesn't take but about a tablespoon per pound, so we're not gonna use much of it at all. We're gonna lightly dust them here. This is the honey barbecue. A little bit more honey. Should be enough there. They smell awful good, guys. They smell really good, so we'll see how they do here. We're gonna taste them and see what we think. I've got some of my homemade barbecue sauce here. It's really good barbecue sauce. It's not really spicy, it's just a really good flavor I make that everybody seems to love. Actually, it's award-winning barbecue sauce. Won a barbecue competition with it, so we really like it. I was gonna use ranch, but I thought I'll use this barbecue sauce instead. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's give one a try. This one out. I'm gonna dip it in the barbecue sauce. Looks really good, guys. Look at that. Looks really, really good. Cheers, folks. Mmm. Man, it's good. Mmm. Very crispy. I like that. Made a very crispy skin there. The inside's done perfectly. The meat's done perfect. Very pleased with that. The wing itself is fantastic. Really pleased with that. I love the fact we got this double-decker deal going. Like I said, the bottom rack's gonna take about another 10 or 15 minutes probably. Excuse my face here. And we'll have it done just any time now, but we're out of daylight, so I wanted to show you these right here where we could. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, got something out of it. Try the double decker yourself, see if it works for you. I think I had too many wings on there to begin with. That's one of my biggest problems. I had too many wings. But anyway, that's something I think we would work on next time and still make it work. But nonetheless, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it. Please hit the like button, and by all means, hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate your support there. Until next time, guys, I'll meet you at the Smokey.